The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. The Ring's Shadow. The film opens with a sweeping narration over dark landscapes. We see Isildur's failure, Gollum discovering the ring in the depths, and Bilbo's fateful finding in The Hobbit. Gollum's obsession is shown in raw, haunting imagery, ending with the reminder that he alone holds the knowledge of the ring's path. Gandalf's concern. In Rivendell, Gandalf paces before Elrond, explaining his growing fears that Sauron's agents are close to finding Gollum. If they succeed, the Ringbearer's safety will be shattered. Elrond warns that Middle-earth's fate now depends on intercepting Gollum first. Aragorn summoned. Gandalf rides through the wild to find Aragorn patrolling near Bree. He explains the mission: to track Gollum, capture him alive, and bring him to the elves. Aragorn accepts reluctantly, knowing the hunt will test his strength, will, and compassion. Traces in Mirkwood. Aragorn begins his hunt, following faint signs, broken reeds, gnawed fish, muddy handprints. Gollum appears briefly in fleeting shadows, his silhouette vanishing into the trees. The atmosphere is tense, with the sense that Aragorn is chasing a ghost. Whispers of Darkness. Cut to Dol Guldur, where orc captains argue over orders from the Dark Lord to locate Gollum. A cruel lieutenant swears to bring him alive. The scene reveals that Mordor and the Free Peoples are racing for the same quarry, a lonely hunter. Aragorn moves deeper into the wild, enduring rain and hunger. His solitary life as a ranger is contrasted with brief visions of Arwen, hinting at what he fights for. The vast emptiness of Middle-earth emphasizes the isolation of his task, the descent into the Dead Marshes. The trail leads into the haunting Dead Marshes. Aragorn treads carefully as ghostly faces in the water lure him closer. Gollum is glimpsed in the mist, cackling and hissing, nearly drawing Aragorn into the mire before slipping away. The first confrontation. Under moonlight, Aragorn finally corners Gollum among ancient ruins. A violent struggle erupts. Gollum claws at him with animal ferocity. After a tense chase through crumbling stones, Aragorn captures him using ropes and nets, binding the wretched creature. A miserable captive, Aragorn drags Gollum across the wilderness. The prisoner hisses, snarls, and weeps pitifully, switching between begging for mercy and threatening violence. Aragorn treats him sternly, but not cruelly, burdened by the responsibility of carrying such a vile being. Orc ambush. Suddenly, a band of orcs descends, intent on seizing Gollum. A brutal fight ensues, with Aragorn forced to slay many while keeping his prisoner alive. Gollum wriggles free for a moment, but Aragorn recaptures him before the orcs can claim him, crossing Rohan's borders. The journey takes them near the plains of Rohan, where Aragorn watches the Rohirrim riders from a distance, knowing he cannot reveal his burden. He struggles with his conscience, wondering if Gollum deserves the mercy of being spared. Gollum's manipulation. At night, Gollum whispers from the shadows, mocking Aragorn's noble lineage. He taunts him with stories of Isildur's failure, claiming Aragorn will fall the same way. Aragorn resists, but his face betrays the sting of doubt planted in his heart. The forests of Mirkwood. Aragorn presses into Mirkwood, facing ambushes from orc patrols and giant spiders lurking in webs. The thick, oppressive forest mirrors the psychological weight of his quest. Gollum senses the darkness and grows more desperate to escape. The escape attempt. In the dead of night, Gollum launches his most vicious escape, lunging for Aragorn's throat with surprising strength. The fight is desperate and feral, but Aragorn finally binds him tighter with chains, his patience thinning but resolve hardening. The Woodland Elves. Aragorn finally delivers Gollum to Thranduil's halls, where elves bind him in a guarded pit beneath the trees. Legolas, younger and proud, appears briefly, skeptical of keeping the foul creature alive. Gollum hisses curses, eyes burning with malice. Gandalf's arrival. Gandalf arrives to inspect the captive, sitting in the shadows of Gollum's cell. He questions him relentlessly, but Gollum answers only in fragments and riddles. In a chilling moment, he mutters, "Shire, Baggins, confirming Mordor knows the ring-bearer's home. The Council of the Wise. Gandalf confides in Elrond, Thranduil, and Galadriel, recounting what he has learned. The elves realize Sauron's agents will soon be unleashed. A sense of dread builds as they acknowledge the coming war and the peril facing Frodo. Shadows of Mordor. In Mordor, the Nazgul mount their steeds at the command of the Dark Lord. We see them riding out of Minas Morgul, their shrieks echoing into the night. Their mission is clear: to find Baggins and reclaim the One Ring, a ranger's burden. Aragorn leaves Mirkwood, weary and scarred by the hunt. He reflects on the weight of his destiny and the growing shadow in the east. His burden as protector of Middle-earth is clear, setting him on the path toward becoming the leader of the Fellowship. Epilogue: The Web Titans. The final image is of Gollum, crouched in his dark cell, whispering Baggins. Shire, as his eyes gleam with obsession. The camera pans across the forest, then to Mordor, where the eye of Sauron blazes, signaling the beginning of the War of the Ring.